Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about agriculture. The previous class, that means the last class, we have discussed about agriculture and the importance of agriculture, methods of agriculture, and major crops. We are discussing about major crops. So children, this class will continue with these major crops. We will continue with the major crops. So as per the Indian climatic conditions, so the crops can be classified into three types. The entire agriculture crops, according to the geographical conditions, this can be classified into three types. That is Kharif, Rabi and Zaid crops. So all these crops cultivated with the different climatic conditions in different parts of the country. Now we have been discussing about some of the crops. We have been discussing about, last class we have discussed about rice and wheat. We will continue with this rice. Rice and wheat are the most important cereal crops. Rice, as you know, it is grown in the monsoon season in India and requires high temperature, 25 degrees centigrade, and heavy rainfall and alluvial soil. So, in the world, if you take India, China, USA, Russia, these are the leading producing of rice. China is the leading producer, and second one is India. India is the second largest producer of rice in the world markets. Clear? Now coming to the second, wheat. Wheat is a rabi crop. It will be grown in winter season. Wheat is a rabi crop. It will be grown in winter season because it requires bright sunshine and little moisture, the average moisture, and well-drained soil. So therefore, normally we cultivate in India during winter season. If you take this crop in the world, USA, India, Bangladesh, Australia, Ukraine, Russia, these are the leading producing wheat countries in the world. The leading producing of wheat in the world. Wheat. United States of America first and India is the second. But however, if you take in India, these rice and wheat considered the most important cereal crops. Coming to the next, we are discussing about millets. Millets, ragi, jowar, bajra. Yes. Of course, these are the rain-fed crops. Requires little rainfall, moderate temperature, and less fertile sandy soil. Is favorable to cultivate these crops. So this mainly cultivates in the world Nigeria, Africa, Nigeria, and those countries you can cultivate these millets. Now coming to the cotton. Cotton as well as jute, if you take these, can be considered as fiber crops. Cotton and jute considered as fiber crops. Cotton requires very high temperature, little rainfall, and alluvial soil. These are the climatic conditions required for cotton. What climatic conditions? High temperature is required, little rainfall, and alluvial soil are favorable for cultivation of cotton. If you take world, India, Bangladesh, Australia, these are the leading producer of cotton in the world markets. Followed by jute. Jute also fiber crop. Jute is considered as a golden fiber. Jute is considered as a golden fiber. It requires high temperatures and heavy rainfall and black soil. Black alluvial soil is needed for cultivation of jute. In the world, India, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Ukraine, USA, these are the leading producer of jute in the world. Leading producer of jute in the world. The world, if you take first take Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the leading producer of jute in the world markets, and followed by India. Then come to the coffee. As you know, coffee is one of the best example for plantation to come. It requires average temperature, more rainfall and alluvial soil, and requires maximum labor. It is a labor crop. So in the world, India, Brazil, Sri Lanka, USA, Russia, these are the leading producers of coffee in the world markets. Take world Brazil. Brazil is the leading producer of coffee in the world. Next one is India. And followed by tea. Tea and coffee considered as the best examples of beverage crops. We call it as a beverage crops. Mention two important beverage crops of India. One is tea and second is coffee. Of course, tea also an example for plantation crops. It will be grown in India, all the hilly areas. In India, particularly if we take, in particular, Baba Budan Hills, Nilgiri Hills, and Kodaikanal, that is complete southern region, this crop will be cultivated. The tea is a plantation crop. So worldwide, if you take Sri Lanka is the leading producer of tea in the world market. Sri Lanka, India, Kenya, South Africa. So these are the countries are highly cultivating of tea in the world markets. So these are all the major crops, you can say. These are the all major crops. All these crops have been cultivated for commercial. Some of the crops, for example, take beverage crops as well as plantation crops. Maximum, that is, I mean to say, mixed cropping. They are cultivating only for the commercial sake. Because like South Africa, Kenya, savanna grasslands, they have vast lands, sparsely populated. So therefore, they have been highly cultivation of this mixed type of farming. So earns lot of money by cultivation of mixed farming. I said methods of farming. Number one is primitive subsistentive. Second one is subsistentive farming. So subsistentive farming is very, very common in India. Like wherever densely population is there, wherever high population is there. Because we are consuming as well as we are selling in the market also. Other than that, that is plantation, agriculture, and followed by mixed farming. These are the four types. So in the worldwide, we have discussed all the crops. The following major crops: rice, wheat, millets, cotton, jute, tea, coffee, etc. These are the major crops. producing different countries of the world. Now coming to we'll discuss about agriculture development. How can you develop? As a demand, the more production, lot of demand for production, more production. Simultaneously increasing population. One side, population is increasing. So there is a lot of demand for food grains. So we have to find out different ways to improve the agriculture conditions. Number one, supplying of irrigation facilities, providing of more water facilities through the reservoirs, through dams, and using of modern technology. Use of modern technology, machines for ploughing, for harvesting, for sowing, for everything now machines has come up. So therefore it is easy to complete the work, and at the same time we can produce more food grains. And usage of fertilizers and chemicals. Uses of chemicals and fertilizers. So by using all these, one can definitely increase the agriculture production in the country. One can increase the agriculture production in the country. By which? Number one is supplying of more water facilities, usage of fertilizers, usage of chemicals, and use of modern technology and modern tools. So therefore, definitely we can increase the production. One who can increase the production. Whereas since it's a developing country, India, so still we have been using the old methods. Since India and all the neighboring countries, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Pakistan, Nepal, take all the neighboring countries, still we have been using this traditional type of farming. Even if you go to rural areas, even people have been using bullocks. With the bullocks plowing the land. So we don't get more input. We don't use chemicals. So therefore you have to change as per the demand, as per the increasing of population, as per the new technology. If you want to increase, you have to use all these latest modernization, modern methods. Machines you have to use, fertilizers, chemicals, use of more water facilities, etc. So by following these, we can increase the agricultural production in the country. Dear children. So this class what we have discussed is, we have discussed various major crops. The crops, what are these? Kharif, Rabi and Zaid crops. Out of those, we have selected few crops. We have discussed a few crops like rice, wheat, millets, cotton, jute, tea and coffee. Right? It gives a lot of general knowledge. If you are thorough with all these countries and crops, the climatic conditions and rainfall, temperature and what type of soil required, and which are all the leading producers of different crops. Rice, China first, India second. Wheat, USA first, India second. Coffee, Brazil first, next India. Tea, Sri Lanka. Rubber, Malaysia. Cotton, USA. Jute, Bangladesh. So this is how the countries have been leading producer of different crops in the world. This you have to remember, children. At the same time, we should remember the climatic conditions of each crop. Mainly the cereal crops. That is, one is cereal crops like rice and wheat, the most important cereal crops of India. Which are the climatic conditions required for cultivation of rice, and which are the leading states? Which are the rice growing states in India? Very important question for board examinations. Similarly, wheat. Which are the favorable conditions required for cultivation of wheat, and which are the leading producing of wheat in the country as well as world. So whereas our topic is, it is in general. So they have taken world countries, which are all the countries leading producer of both rice as well as wheat. First of all, you should be very clear about India. Then we can concentrate about world. Is it clear, children? So this class we are discussing about important crops, the major crops: rice, wheat, millets, cotton, jute, tea, coffee, etc. Yes. Clear? So next class we'll discuss with the farming in India as well as farming in United States of America, and we'll compare the variation between these two countries, how farming will be done India as well as in United States of America. Clear? Thank you.